Hello. In this video, we're going to take a look at the PsycInfo database. In many ways, it's very similar to the ERIC database. We can search with keywords, we can search with subject terms, and we can also use filters. It's just that the subject terms are called something different, and some of the filters are very unique. So I just wanted to show you how we can adapt what we know from ERIC to PsycInfo. So in this database, I'm going to go into the search. It's called Advanced Search up here in the top. And you notice there's also a thesaurus on this line here where I can go in and search for subject terms and for different keywords. So I'm going to type in one of my terms. Let's say I'm looking for group counseling and how it affects deaf patients. So I'm going to go in and type in the word deaf to see what kind of synonyms or subject terms possibly that there are. And I notice there's a subject term called deaf because it appears in this list. So I'm going to click on the little link next to it to see what it says. And it says this is for profoundly or severely hearing impacted, and I might also consider partially hearing impaired as one of my search terms. So that sounds pretty good. I'm going to use probably deaf and partially hearing impaired as subject terms. So I'm going to write those down on a piece of paper so I can go back and do my search later. The other term that I have is either support group or counseling. So let's see what group counseling might show up. Okay, and I notice here in the list, group counseling appears as a subject term, so that looks promising. And it does say that a related term is support group, so maybe I'll use both of those in my search. So let's go construct a search. I've got some good search terms. So I'm going to put in, what was my first term? Deaf or partially hearing impaired. Because those are synonyms, I'm going to put them on the same line. And I'm going to go over to the right-hand side. And instead of just searching anywhere as a keyword, I'm going to go and say I want it to be a subject heading. So unlike ERIC, which called them descriptors, this one calls them subject headings. And then my other term is going to be connected with an and I'm going to do a support group or counseling. Oh, I think it was group counseling. And I'll do those also as subject headings because I found them in the thesaurus. So I'm ready to go ahead and try my search. Let's see how it works. All right, so I found 50 results with my search. That's a reasonable number. But I want to look over on the left-hand side to see what kind of filters, how I can filter this search. You notice I can look by, for example, just scholarly journals, and I'll get 43 if I click on that. I can also search by classification. I think I have a pretty good search, so I'm not going to do that. I could also limit this by different age groups. That's pretty neat, depending on what population I'm looking at. And you notice the population button also expands to say I can look at all humans, I can look at females or males if that's part of my scope when I did my topic. I can also look at different methodologies that people used. I'm not interested in those, but I just wanted to show you that there's a variety of ways of filtering this information.